She's sort of very needy, isn't she? She loves to be loved, and she hates the British people, that she'll never come back to this country because she knows people don't really want her back in this.
OMG. So like the cameras were all set and everyone thought they were about to catch another royal love story moment. But oh wow, things did not go that way at all.
I just spoke to somebody that said their palace sources say perhaps the king would plan to meet with Prince Harry at the beginning of 2026. Meghan Markle has no desire to return to the UK because she knows how simply loathed she is.
But guess what? Instead of all that dreamy stuff, they ended up catching something way darker and super real. Like, oops, the truth just slipped right out.
It doesn't work for you to shoulders back, breasts out, headlights going, and try to look as bitchy as possible.
Like you could totally see his jaw all tight, his shoulders frozen like he was trying so hard not to just burst right there, while all those bright camera lights kept flashing non-stop.
But I have to just say, anyone who has doubted me over the past decade about this evil woman now needs to eat some humble pie, because this video designed to mentally torture her.
And Meghan, oh, she was in full show mode, like nothing happened. Her smile popped on like a switch, all shiny and perfect, like she had practiced it 1,000 times before.
Harry usually introduces his wife, not last night. And my God, the look she shot him. It's like, you just wait till we're back at home.
But oh my gosh, the space between them was so big, you could feel it even through the screen. Like one tiny wrong move, and boom, everything would just blow up right there in front of everyone.
If I know that this is a place that my husband hates because it's where he lost his mom, I'm not going to go there.
And then out of nowhere, someone yelled from the crowd, "Stop using our kids!" And OMG, that shout cut right through all the noise, and in that 1 second, you could see it. The mask just slipped and everything got so real.
New York Times are finally realizing, actually, his wife might be a disaster tourist, but he is a disaster when it comes to charity, especially African charity, because he doesn't actually give a damn. For years and years and years, he used Africa because it was good for his PR.
So Harry suddenly turned when that shout hit the air, and for a moment his eyes went all angry, before he looked away and grabbed Meghan's arm real quick. Not sweet, but sharp. Like he just wanted out. His lips moved, but no one knew what he said. Only the tension spoke while flashes kept going and reporters yelled their names. But the magic was broken. Those smiles were just for show, the kind you wear when everything's falling apart. And from then on, nothing looked fake anymore. The prince who once fought the world for her now seemed scared of her. And as they walked the red carpet side by side, the gap between them kept growing, while everyone saw sparkle insiders whispered. It was a quiet war, and the big question left hanging was what turned their love into a fight.
Archie and Lily are just 6 and 4 years old. Luckily, still too young for social media, but we know that day is coming.
Now, Meghan, the actress, of course, had to stick to the script. And so we had the hilarious, she's trying to talk about the need to protect children from social media, even though she's pimping out her own children wherever she can, causing these tensions.
So it was a wild night in New York with sirens and cameras everywhere. Everyone thought it was their big comeback. But people there said, something felt off, staff whispered. They argued in the car and a guard said, Harry looked cold while Meghan fixed her earrings without looking at him. And when they stepped out, all cameras turned their way. But Harry walked ahead too fast, eyes on the floor, like he couldn't wait for it to end.
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video.
Harry's speech was so lackluster, Tash. As you say, I think he's furious about what went on in Paris, but they couldn't cancel this event.
So this wasn't the first time people felt the chill between them. A few weeks before at a fancy dinner, Meghan tried to hold Harry's hand, but he pulled away and said something quick, and the whole room just went cold after that. And now everyone from royal watchers to experts agree that things broke long before that night in New York. What happened at the gala wasn't just awkward. It was their private mess spilling out in public. And while some blame fame, or the Palace One insider swears, it all really started in Paris.
Especially when he's on the BBC saying that it's not safe enough for my family in the UK, but it's safe enough for Meghan to be alone in Paris, literally engaging with the paparazzi you say killed your mom.
To everyone watching, it looked like a total win. The Duke and Duchess walking the red carpet, all shiny and perfect, like they were taking back their power. The tabloids had hyped it up for weeks as their big comeback. Every move planned, from the clothes to the smiles. Meghan glowing in gold like a star, and Harry right behind her, in his tux following along, like the picture of strength. But the truth cracked fast when the lights hit. You could see it even on screen. His face didn't match hers. She was posing. He was surviving. He let out this tiny breath, like he just wanted it over. And no amount of royal training could hide that something was seriously off.
And then you see her naked feet crisscrossed in front of her, like the world is at my feet. Ha ha ha. This is so fun. This is where my children's grandmother died. Good times. Let me put this online.
Then out of nowhere, a voice yelled, "Stop using our kids!" And everything froze. Meghan's smile turned stiff. Harry's jaw tightened, and his eyes shot toward the voice. Then the door, like he'd heard it before. He grabbed her arm fast, not gently, more like, "Let's go." And after that, the night just quietly broke. They smiled and waved, but the spark was gone. What looked like glam was really the beginning of the end.
Simmering tension between the duplicitous Duke and his facelift-enhanced wife. Here's the red carpet arrival.
Hey, Paris, when you go upstairs.
On camera, it all looked perfect. But when people slowed it down, the truth showed every move told a different story. The space between them wasn't about distance. It was about feeling Harry's hand, just hung there, twitching whenever Meghan reached for him. She smiled for the cameras while he blinked hard like he was holding it together. Experts said he looked shut off like someone emotionally done, and they noticed her laugh came late, like she was forcing it. And this wasn't new. A few weeks earlier at a charity event, he already looked annoyed, jaw tight, eyes far away. And that same cold look came back in New York, only stronger.
They would tell you it's for protecting children online, but then why is Meghan Markle at a Balenciaga show accused of predatory behavior in the form of children's image?
Behind the scenes, people started talking. A stylist said Meghan's dress fitting ended fast after a fight about her outfit, and a publicist remembered hearing her sharp voice down the hall. Then a door slam. Harry stayed quiet like always. Now he didn't argue. He just shut down. And when their red carpet clips hit the internet, fans caught it right away. He leaned back. She leaned in, and the smiles looked more like pretending than passion. Even the staff stopped calling it chemistry. One producer said, "It felt like watching two actors play a scene they didn't believe in anymore, and no one could figure out when their love turned into just a show."
See her face. You get him, mate. But on stage, when they knew everyone was filming on their mobile phones and taking pictures, it got even worse.
To really get it, you have to go back, not to New York or California, but to Paris, where the cracks first showed. It was supposed to be Meghan's big comeback front row at Fashion Week. Fancy dresses, flashing lights. But people there said it felt weird. Harry stayed apart, eyes straight ahead, while Meghan worked the crowd with her perfect smile from far. It looked glam up close. It was cold. And then came that moment. Her team filmed her walking through the tunnel where Princess Diana died. She smiled a little wrapped in her scarf, like she knew what she was doing. And when that video went online, people freaked out. But what it did inside their home was even worse.
Maybe he is still very upset over her stunt over in Paris. I can't imagine that didn't go unnoticed.
People close to them said Harry was quietly furious that tunnel meant everything to him. But Meghan saw it as art and filming. There felt like betrayal. They fought hard that night, words sharp and heavy. He asked how she could use his mother's pain. She said it was harmless, but something broke after that. He stopped defending. She stopped explaining. And by the time New York came, their love looked like acting. Smiles, forced eyes empty. The fire was gone, replaced by quiet nothingness.
You completely see that she is shaken by this.
What started in Paris didn't end in New York. It just showed itself. Their story feels like a heartbeat that skips. You can sense it in the quiet between smiles. This isn't a fairy tale. It's shadows and whispers. Their words look perfect, but the silence says everything. It's not loud, just a slow, quiet breaking. You can almost hear.
Body language. My God, no amount of PR spin is going to deal with that.
Behind closed doors, they move like actors in a fading scene. Voices, low smiles, forced everything too careful, too cold. What once felt real now feels rehearsed, and somewhere along the way, their fight with the crown turned into a fight with each other.
He just doesn't seem to give a damn.
Every story ends, and for Harry and Meghan, it won't be loud, just quiet fading until they stop standing together. The world will move on, but But the question will stay. Was it ever real? Or just another show that melted away when the cameras turned off?
I know my latest money-making scheme is going to be cosplaying the final night that Princess Diana died. It's truly sick. They really hate each other now, and they cannot hide it anymore.
She was the villain.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her.
Before Harry, there was Joe, Giuliano Meghan's first husband who saw the cracks early. He finally spoke about why his family rejected her, showing a pattern that explains Harry's silence. Watch the full story on Bella Breakdown, where secrets matter more than fame.